Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is a very beautiful, hot afternoon here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. Wherever you are around the globe, you are highly welcome. It is a beautiful day, Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, and as we are expecting our coach to speak to us in the next hours, dear friend, there are some few things I want to bring your way. As a Chelsea fan, I promise to be keeping you updated on every detail, every information that I will receive. Most of the news that I'm bringing you, or I brought you earlier on, was yesterday and earlier today. And I still want to present to you a few things that you need to know before our coach comes to speak to us. During that press conference, I will expect to hear some positive news from the coach regarding our injury situation and what to expect in tomorrow's game against Brentford. But quickly, we have just about 8 minutes for this special episode. Trevoh Chalobah spoke yesterday regarding the coach. You know, in recent days, he's been given some few minutes to play. Actually, he was given about 15 minutes in a game against Liverpool, right? In a game against Liverpool. Then, on Sunday, he was given a full, starting role, and he played about close to, I think, full game, if I'm not mistaken. So he's beginning to speak good about the coach. And listen to what he said. It's Trevoh Chalobah on Mauricio Pochettino. He said, he is a brilliant manager who will always protect us. We are always going to fight for him. We will always fight for the manager. And we showed that today. After he spoke after the game, he said, and we showed that today. Trevoh Chalobah. Personally, I highly commended him after the game. I said it. Those of you who watched my videos earlier on, the day before yesterday, I highly commended him. He did extremely well. He brought stability to that defense. In the absence of Thiago Silva, in the absence of Lever Cowell, he did not cause any real problem. He was stable, he caused stability. Otherwise, Alfred Gilchrist, who was jittering at the early stages of the game, would have caused a lot of havoc. But Trevoh Chalobah being there made the defense a bit stabilized. So I am happy he is back to the squad. Trevoh Chalobah is back to the squad. And he has been speaking. Alright? Okay. From there, we move to some other news. Before then, like we are already aware, Mikel Obi, the agent Mikel Obi. Yes. Mikel Obi tells me, I beg your pardon. Mikel Obi tells he's Victor Osimhen's agent and says he wants to come to Chelsea despite a lot of interest, including from PSG and Manchester United. He said, I am pushing him. I hope he comes to Chelsea. That is from agent Mikel Obi. I am pushing Victor Osimhen despite interest from some other big class, PSG and who? Manchester United. I hope he comes to Chelsea. All right, quickly. Marcus Rashford is one player that I don't remember speaking about before on this channel. Yeah, I have never spoken about him before. But he has spoken and he said something which interests me, and I want to read to you. Marcus Rashford, he said, I can't accept some things in the media. I grew up here at Manchester United. I have played for this club since I was a boy. My family turned down life-changing money when I was a kid, so I could wear this badge. Do you hear that? His family turned down money, life-changing money when he was a kid to join other clubs. But he chose, he and his family chose to stay with Manchester United. Meaning, criticisms of his commitment to the club are not here nor there. His commitment to achieve great things with Manchester United is 100%. There is not like 110% or 101%. I like the way he spoke. Commitment. He might not be in greatest of form, but that does not mean he's not committed, because he knew where he started from. His commitment from when he was a kid. Yeah, I knew Rashford when he started playing first team football, just 17, 18. I think Van Gaal gave him his first opportunity. Then Jose Mourinho encouraged him to continue. Jose pushing him on. Yeah. But people are questioning his commitment because of one or two reasons, and he has come out to speak to defend himself. He said one thing that he will not take, he cannot accept some things in the media. He cannot accept some things in the media. That is how a man is supposed to speak. Well, sources close to the matter have told Mailsport that there has been no significant progress on discussions over an extension for Conor Gallagher. Another player, but this time around Chelsea, a player that grew up, his family and everyone is about Chelsea, just like Rashford has said about his family and himself. They rejected big money because they want their son to play for Manchester United. Similar thing, Conor Gallagher. Gallagher's parents, his family, entire family are Chelsea fans. And that is why the player is determined to stay put at Chelsea. But what are we doing? Listen, sources close to the matter have told Mailsport that there has been no significant progress on discussions over an extension of Conor Gallagher's contract. Chelsea are currently reluctant to break their £150,000 week pay ceiling for him and would want a minimum of £50 million to sell him. So Chelsea are still insisting that you either sign a deal for £150 million or £150,000 a week or less. I'm not sure on the actual figure. Or we sell you at £50 million. So we're going to sell him and we're going to buy another 18 years, right? We sell him, then we go to buy another 18 years. Until now, so maybe extra £10,000, extra £5,000, Chelsea will be dragging it until this player will run down his contract. Who loses? He's under contract. He can choose not to go. You can decide you want to sell him, and he can tell you he doesn't want to go to that club. And he will stay until his contract runs down. When the contract runs down, this £50 million, he can go and negotiate with another club in 6 months to the end of his contract. Like, how do you call him? Mbappe did. 6 months to his contract, he has a right to start negotiating a deal with a different club. He can choose to pocket this £50 million by himself, or £30 million, or £40 million by himself, by running down his contract and negotiate a different deal some way. Which one do we prefer? The ball is in his hand. It's in his hand, in his court. Chelsea are currently reluctant. So we want to offer him 100,000, right? With all the nasty jobs he's doing right now, we know they are best midfielder by far this season. It's Conor Gallagher, not Casado, not Enzo. It is now before Enzo and Casado are beginning to pick form. It is now. Well, dear friend, when Rooney has not given up on his dream to manage in the Premier League and single out Everton and Manchester United as his dream clubs, that is from Wayne Rooney, he still wants to manage. He tried it severally, even in the Championship. He failed. He has not given up, according to sources. According to BBC, Wayne Rooney has not given up on that yet. On coaching a team in the Premier League, and his target is Everton and Manchester United. As for my, maybe in the future, but for now, the job is too big for Rooney to handle. Right now, it is just too big for Rooney. Rooney, you are not Xabi Alonso. You are not, and you can't handle it. The job in Man United is too big than Bayern Leverkusen. In the future, fine, yes, possibly. All right, we move on. Crystal Palace co-owner John Textor has criticized the Premier League financial rules, saying they prevent smaller clubs from competing against richer rivals. It doesn't matter if you have $1 billion of cash in a wheelbarrow. You are not allowed to spend it. It's clear that the rules are built to make sure that clubs which do not drive significant revenues cannot catch up. Yes, this statement he made, it makes sense actually. He's perfectly right. He's correct. Why? I might be a club owner. I have the billions I want to spend. But the Premier League rules states or stipulates very clearly, you cannot spend more than you earn. So my club is struggling. I have the cash packed, but I cannot go to buy players that can lift my club up because my club is not earning that much money to balance my profit. It means that if I'm to spend 500 million pounds now, and at the end of the 2 seasons, 3 seasons, I must make that equivalent. I must not make losses up to over 100 million pounds. So even though there's a cash that I can spend, because I'm not making huge profits, I cannot spend that cash. And it's my personal money. It is my personal money. And this is the rule that is affecting most clubs from investing now hugely in their clubs. There are billionaires in clubs, but like our owners, we can just go to the market right now and buy any player we want to buy. The money is there. But because of FFP rules, we can't spend. For me personally, this rule is limiting clubs. We are not going to be seeing the best of entertainment in football in English Premier League any longer. Because teams cannot afford certain players again now that will make them competitive. If that is the reason why Chelsea are buying young talent, 18 years talents, hoping that in the next 3-4 years they'll become Kylian Mbappe, they'll become Ronaldo, they'll become Messi, those players. So then they will not need to go and buy them 300 million, 250 million, which will give them FFP problems or challenges. He continues, he said, it is clear that the rules are built to make sure that clubs which do not drive significant revenues cannot catch up. Financial fair play is a fraud of a term. To say it's about sustainability. Sustainability should be about the quality of your balance sheet, not ratios against your profit and loss. There is nobody that actually thinks that makes sense. Exactly so. No one thinks it makes sense that you tell me that my Chelsea footballer, the club owners, they have the money to spend, yet they should not spend because you want them to be making profit. It's their money they want to spend to buy the best of players. They want to see their club to be winning, but you are saying they cannot go into money to buy. You are limiting them, and it's affecting smaller clubs the most. He said we have got 3 billionaires in our ownership group at Crystal Palace, maybe more. We are not allowed to spend at the level of teams that are in the top 6. It is sad. It is sad. Indeed, it is quite sad. All right. To some other news, Declan Rice, the team learned a lot last year. We are stronger and have more belief. When we go a goal down, we always believe we will get back into games. It's honestly an honor to play for this club. That's Declan Rice talking about Arsenal. They are stronger. Now when they are a goal down, they have the belief they can fight back and win games. Unlike my club Chelsea, once we go down, a goal down, it's difficult to fight back. It is. To fight back to win games, I want to see Chelsea being consistent. Declan Rice is saying that now they have the belief, unlike previous seasons. Well, I want you to take a look at these 2 men. Athletic Club advanced to next round of Copa del Rey. Atletico Madrid eliminated. I want to take a look at these 2 young men. Ghanaian descent. One is playing for Ghana international team. One plays for Spanish national team. The senior brother plays for Ghana national team. The junior one plays for Spanish national team. Inaki Williams and his brother. They are the men now in Athletic Club of Spain. And they are making history for themselves. These 2 men. Well, dear friend, as you can see them, they both scored in their last game. Inaki Williams scored in the 13th minute. Nico Williams scored in 42nd minute to put them 3-0. Then Goka scored 61 minutes to make them 3-0 against their opponent in the La Liga to qualify them to the next round of Copa del Rey. Well, dear friend, on that note, let me leave you here. I'll be back with the press conference or the coach. Don't go anywhere, stay glued, and I shall be back with more exclusives. See you in the next one when you see me, dear friend. Shalom and peace.